I'm using my new gimbal today. We'll see how this works out. Maybe this will help people get here. Just turn. There we go. Alright, so this is nice. It's a good spot. I like how it's working. Center. I don't like it right there. Someone's here. I am using my new gimbal I haven't tried yet, so just testing a couple of things. Nope, too low. There we go. Alright. How's that look, guys? Alright, let me see. Here comes the lock. Ooh, I like lock. But it's left over here. Let's center it more. There we go. That's better. Leave it right there. So I am early. Sorry about that, but I got here so early. I left early. And I just couldn't sit there for another 20 minutes. So hopefully this will just give people a chance to get here. We are going to go ahead and go to the org and make them pack it up before we go to campus. I'm like, I'm here. We should be doing that. Is this a good angle? Should I bring it down at all? I think it looks too high up. Looking at too much sky. Try it down a little. Wrong way. That's good. That's better. So, let's check the chat. Make sure it's never on the right setting. It comes on. Here we go. Alright. 8 people already. Awesome. Alright, so I'm starting in my normal spot because I'm not going to go to campus without making them pack it up before we go. And I wanted to do a little chat about a couple things in the SPTV news. And I didn't want to do that while I was walking because I will get out of breath. So let's go have them pack it up. We'll have a little chat and then we'll move over to campus. Everybody. And let me know how this gimbal is working. It's the really expensive, well, not really expensive, but it's the expensive one everybody told me to get. And I didn't think it had many qualities for live streaming, but I sat down and I watched somebody's video because it's really, really geared, the app and everything is geared towards filmmaking, not live. So there's a lot of things I can't use, but there are things I can use because I did know that my cheap gimbal that only goes left, right, it doesn't do anything for bouncing. I'm hoping this helps the bounce because I'm going to be walking a lot today. Alrighty. I'm going to get them today. Let's say children can't consent. What do y'all want me to say today to the open door? Hi, Dan. What's up? I'm going to be walking on campus today. You kind of gave me the idea. Do some walks. I made a small, tiny sign I'll show you in a minute, because I didn't have enough hands to carry my big sign. Oh, there, somebody just came out. Three people. SPTVfoundation.org. They're ex-members that'll help you. SPTVfoundation.org. They're ex-members that'll help you too. With love, they will help you get out. They will help you get a better life. SPTVfoundation.org. And freeloader debt cannot be taken from you in the real world. I didn't say that right. SPTVfoundation.org. They already have their blinds closed. And I'm early. Wow, they were on top of that today. They must be watching my time. I was wondering. All right, so Dan, I'm using that new gimbal everybody told me to get, and it's doing weird things on me. So this is my sign for campus today, so I can hold it in my hand with the gimbal. So it says Scientology, how do you feel about it next to campus? Ask me anything. Oh, really? Awesome. She's already been here? That is awesome. Awesome. Well, it's 3 times. They never know when we're going to be here. That's awesome. Well, I'm not going to start walking until I have a chat about some things. Yeah, she's not usually here this early. She usually comes after me, like, you know, around 5-ish, which works perfectly. So she probably saw what time I was coming on too, maybe. I should check hers more often, but I'm gotten used to her coming pretty much after I leave. And that works great on the days that she comes, because that means we're shutting them down pretty much from 2 o'clock on to like if they close. Oh, awesome. She just stopped. She's awesome. If I lived here, I literally would be down here like that. I would be down here every day. Every time I was bored, I would come over here, shut them down, go home. I would totally do that. Totally do that. So, I said in my community page that I wanted to talk about Mitch Brisker, because I watched it probably an hour or so after. Well, no, actually, I came into the live when she was about an hour and a half in. So I usually, when I'm watching somebody's live, I'll just watch it from there to the end if I can pretty much get the gist of what's going on. And then I'll go back, because I like to stay live in the chat. SPTVFoundation.org, they'll help you get out. They're ex-members, and they would love to help you. So we got Patrick, we got High Vibes, what's up? Sunday, Miss Janie, Dan, let's see, and some other people that are lurking. Patrick, I think I said that. So what's up, everybody? Let me stand in the shade. I got a lot of sun. I should show you my arms. So I do have freckles. SPTVFoundation.org. They will help you. Look at them freckles. They're not that dark usually. So, yeah, I'm trying to catch them. I like this gimbal so far, but I haven't started walking with it yet. So, I was watching it, you know, and I like to hear Nora's take on things. And I don't get to watch her as much as I would like, because we're always trying to help the small channels, the protest channels, and I try to give a lot of time to those. Oh, yeah, you're going to get my thoughts. Oh, there's a bee. Pink Rebel, Allie's mom. So, I almost had an anxiety attack. I haven't had one of those in a long time. I am out of medication, but I don't need it. So I'm watching it, and when he said, and my husband was sitting right next to me, when he said, there are no children in the Sea Org, let me say this straight, there's no children, I paused it, I yelled at the screen, I was like, what? Let me hold the phone away. What? As loud as possible, there's no children in the Sea Org, my butt. I mean, unless he considers 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 not children. Hey, poet. So I think everybody had the ass about that. And yeah, I curse when I get mad. Now, I am not going to blame Dodge at all. He was just being a journalist, having an interview. Let's leave him alone. Okay, he can't control what the subject's gonna say. He tried to steer it, he brought up the conversation. Hey, Fluffer. So please leave Dodge alone, and don't unsubscribe from him just because he had an asshat on his channel. He's trying to get all different people, and so you can't always agree. And yeah, they think, he believes they're adults in small bodies. Yeah, it was total bullshit, Machine. Oh my God, my chest's starting to hurt already. Oh, I'm about to cry. I cried on the way here. I was watching Natalie. So we all know, unless you're new here, if you're new here, I'll explain it. Let me know. But we all know that was total BS. And I don't know who he thinks he is trying to set the record straight, When did he get out? Yeah, Dodge is cool. Yeah, definitely. He's just trying to... Good, Miss Janie. I feel bad. He said he lost like 50 subscribers. That's not fair. Because even channels I love, like Aaron or Popcorn Planet, I don't agree with everything they say. I don't agree with everybody they have on. Let me make sure I'm zoomed all. I feel like I'm too close. No? Oh. Sorry, guys. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah. So it's just I'm sorry, but I didn't watch every interview that Aaron had with him, but I kept hearing almost every time he had them on, there was some sort of beef, or Mitch got his butt hurt, or something. And I'm just like, I already thought that was weird, because Aaron does not tend to rub people the wrong way. You know, he's pretty accepting and even keel when he's talking to people, but he can be angry when he wants to. So, oh, and just to reiterate, I'm on my new gimbal. Let me know if it's acting funny or I'm not doing something correct. Like if it's too low, too high, just let me know. Because I'm holding the gimbal in one hand and the sign. I made a small sign for campus. So, anyway. Yeah, he's a condescending jerk. Every time you listen to him, he sounds like, you know, he's in a freaking auditorium giving a class on something that you don't know anything about. Like, we're idiots. And so that's why one of the reasons I stopped watching is it wasn't that interesting. And I see that Aaron, oh, and then I hadn't even gotten to, let's just keep going. Did all of you watch it? Yeah, Miss Janie, I'll talk about the gimbal in a minute. Did all of you watch? I watched Nora's take. I like to watch things like that a lot of times, especially if I can tell there's something going on. And yeah, I mean, I don't know who he was in the upper echelons. He didn't see what was going down on the ground. He cannot speak to what's really going on. He didn't see it, and if he did, he obviously turned a blind eye, because he was getting paid. He was hired to do a job with them to make these stupid movies. And when they started talking dates, I looked at my husband and I said, he probably filmed that video with that little girl auditor auditing that dude from the early 90s, mid 90s, early 90s. I'm like, so he sat there and he filmed that and thought that was okay, knowing what auditing is, because he was a member and every member gets auditing. So, kiss my butt. So, yeah, I lost my shit. There's no children in auditing. There hasn't been for 20 years. Bullcrap. They may have put out a press release that they're not allowing anyone in the Sea Org without a high school equivalency. You can get a high school equivalency at any age if you can pass it. You can take it at 13 or 14, I'm pretty sure. Dodge lost, yeah, I know all about Dodge, Cajun. Dodge lost his job reporting on Lisa Marie Presley and Scientology, and they told him to back off, I think, or I don't know if he got the chance to say I'm not, or they just fired him, but I remember. So, you know, he took a hit for the cause, is what I call that. So, those 50 subscribers, you're kind of being jerks. It's not his fault that Mitch is a condescending blankety blank. But, well, he joined, like Nora said, he joined in like the 70s when it was Dianetics and it wasn't what it is now under David Miscavige. How long ago did he leave? That's the one thing I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. And so, yeah. So then, he, tops the cake with calling out Aaron in public. Did you see that? Did you guys see that? I think it was on his community page or blog or something, because Aaron's the one where I read it. saying something, I mean, just being disgusting during, so what, 3-4 years? Okay, Allie's mom. I'm not going to get it exactly right. If you go to Growing Up in Scientology, it'll be on his community page, and he's going to talk about it. He said, well, I guess if you're trying to fuck over a miscavige, you can fuck a miscavige, meaning Jenna. And then a second paragraph, well, he finally had to say he was separated because Jenna had his you-know-what's in a grip and didn't want to be seen with a married man. First of all, I don't care who Aaron's dating. Do not care. I hope they are. I hope they're happy as shit. And then you say, I mean, and you could have said something like that, but it's like, I think he's saying shit on purpose for this. He wants publicity because all he ever wants to do is push his book. Ain't none of us gonna buy his stupid ass book. We get enough information with the ex-members that tell their stories. I don't need his stupid book. Yeah. And he said, Aaron said they're going to be opening the kimono on Mitch. Because Aaron has tried, Aaron tries to stay cordial until he can't. I mean, he stayed cordial with Mitch through every beef that Mitch has had. And it's always been Mitch at Aaron. He didn't like something Aaron said or something Aaron asked. Exactly, Miss. Yeah, it was nasty, Pink. Miss Janie. Exactly. A kimono is a Japanese robe that you tie, so it's like opening a robe. It was kind of an interesting way to say it. But have you ever seen traditional, like, dress where they're wearing the big, it looks like a dress, but it's actually a crossed over kimono with a big folded belt in front. Anyway, yeah, he doesn't like, he's like us. 95% of the community doesn't want this drama. We don't want to deal with the people on Discord stirring up the pot. We're here for a cause. We're here for the ex-members. We're here to put out the information. We're here to listen and learn. We're not here for drama. Lindsay, no, I don't, Pippi. Marco, good evening, everyone. Whose book are you talking? Mitch Brisker. We're talking about Nora's take on Dodge and Mitch Brisker's interview. And the thing that chapped my butt was, and everybody's, is he says, I'm going to say this right now, and you can get mad at me if you want. There's been no children in Seaborg for 20 years. Okay, I guess he doesn't consider 12 and up to 18 children. So cultism. I know, and you know what I'm seeing? He was in, remember he said he also said he talked to the FBI. We just found out that the FBI investigation that they did do was only on the elite people, execs, being mistreated in Scientology. They never brought up the child abuse. They never brought up the Sea Org and all of that. He knew he was lying. And what's funny is I found out his channel's called Scientology The Big Lie. I'm like, you're big lie. Am I being too loud, you guys? I got the phone. I can put the phone farther away a little bit. There we go. Because I am a loud person. You can turn down your speakers. Yeah. So oh my God. Like I said, I paused it right after that. And my husband, he's not as into watching everything as me. And so he's sitting next to me kind of watching YouTube shorts and stuff. Because it was his off day and we was sitting on the bed watching the tablet and chilling. Oh, he knew what I meant. I put pause and I just said, what? As loud. I scared the dogs. The dogs thought I was mad at him. And he just looked and I said, oh my God. And the more and more I thought about it, my chest just started to hurt. I thought I was gonna, it's a cult, don't go in. They want your money. And they won't let you leave once you join. If you want to know about it, I'm here to educate. Oh, they closed the door because I'm here. So, yeah. I was like, because I couldn't even type about this. Do you want to know anything, guys? Feels like they're I mean, I have to sidestep here. So, do you want to know anything? Any and everything? Oh man, I did a deep dive for a year and a half. I got a lot to tell you. I'll try to stick with the brief basics. I'm here because of the rampant child abuse. The reason there's child abuse is because they believe they've had multiple lives since humans started. And so they look at children as adults in small bodies because at last life they could have been an 80-year-old man. So they don't think abusing children is a bad thing. And they have a thing called the Sea Org. It's like a military arm of it, and there's a lot of them in there. They wear the gold vests. They don't let them leave. They sign a billion-year contract, which we're always like, you can't think about things in this too deep because you're like, okay, if you sign a billion-year contract every life, why do you got to keep re-signing it? Yeah. So you can't. Do you know who started it? A science fiction writer in the 50s, L. Ron Hubbard. Have you ever seen Battlefield Earth by John Travolta? It was a dumb movie. But anyway, so we found out somebody said that he told him, I'm not making any money on my books. The way to make money is start a religion. And it's mind control. It's about, there's no deity, although they do kind of worship LRH because he said he was also Buddha. But the big thing, the reason I'm here is the child abuse. Yeah. And I'm part of a network that just started in October of, well, it's supposed to be auditing, but we're calling it protesting all over the world now. We have 100 protest channels. I'm a grandma that didn't ever think I'd be live. Yeah. You know, I started out just recording because they opened in February. And I live 75 miles away, and I drive down here 3 times a week to do this because he bought this building 55 years ago on purpose. It took him that long to remodel it and get people to staff it because there's not enough members. And they opened one in Chicago the week after this, right next to a university.
They're trying to.
They're trying to get the lonely, away from home, trying to get you in, sign you in Sea Org. And once you're in, if you sign in on the Sea Org, if you want to leave, they'll put you in a room with a guard and coerce you into not leaving. Then there's the elder abuse. If you get too old to work for them, they just stick you in a apartment or house with a bunch of other elderly, take your Social Security, take out a bunch of credit cards in your name, give it to the church, and then when you die, the credit cards are gone. Because it's called SPTV. It really boomed last year because everybody was encouraging ex-members to start channels. So there's a bunch of ex-members that are telling their stories. And these poor people were put in as young children, taken out of school by the age of 12 and working 80 to 100 hours a week and thinking they're saving the planet. Yeah. And there's just so much badness to this, If they would just treat their people better and didn't do all this abuse, I wouldn't be here. They can believe whatever they want to believe. Yeah. But they're abusing their members. Yeah, and if you're in the Sea Org as an adult and you have a child, they're not really doing the ranches anymore. But the ex-members that are 30s and 40s now are talking about how they were in there as early as toddlers, given over because their parents were too busy doing what they're doing right in here. And they had no education. They did manual labor, and it's just horrible. Yeah. It's horrible. They don't care. All they care about is making money. If you go in there and you take that personality test, next thing they want is you to buy a book because they got to keep their stats up. Then they want you to buy a course. People like us, if you're not Tom Cruise and you can't spend $150,000 to go up the bridge, then they want to sign you up as staff or CO or get their slave labor. Yeah. Even the staff that sign 2, 3, 5-year contracts only get $200 a week, and that's only if the org makes money. They don't. So after 80 hours here, they have a second job just to pay rent.
Yeah, that's crazy. 200 is nothing.
Oh, and the Sea Org only get $47 a week. Wow. If they get paid. And they literally don't even have enough money for deodorant.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah. And these ex-members, like I said, I did a deep dive. So pass it around. We're all over the internet now. Or YouTube mostly, and some TikTokers. You ought to watch the ones in LA because the LAPD's in Scientology's pocket because they've had the big celebrity center there. Yeah. I don't know if you know about Tom Cruise and John Travolta being a member.
I heard about Tom.
Right. So, so they've been protesting out there. They were the first, and they've arrested them bogusly, and knowing the charges will be dropped, but they still have to spend 5 nights in jail.
Yeah.
And they did nothing. It's all on film. That's the thing. They don't know how to deal with social media. They've lived in secrecy for 70 years.
Yeah.
And now they're all over, and they don't know how to do it. All they know is to attack, and try to make you. And you know what they did when they got out of jail? Went right back to protest. So all it does is they slapped me. I'm a grandma. They called in shots fired to here.
Really?
6 cars showed up because they couldn't call on me because they'll say things like, "Well, the people outside said they had a BOMB." I'm live streaming, or a weapon of some sort.
Yes.
But you've got 5 cameras on each other, but they still did 24 calls in 2 months. And so they couldn't do that on me because they have security here a lot.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So 5 minutes before sirens came, they called him inside.
Wow.
So, and they couldn't trace the call because it was VoIP. But yeah, if you want, growing up in Scientology, normally I have a different sign, but I'm about to go on campus for the first time.
Yeah.
And walk around. They told me they wanted me to do that. So normally I have a tripod, and there's another girl here. You can hear her for a mile.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pearl Snappy. She shut him down twice today. She was out riding her bike because as soon as we show up, they close up.
Yeah. I was wondering why they were closed up. I know.
Because I'm here. They can't stand being recorded.
Yeah, that's great.
They don't know how to deal with it. And their members aren't allowed to go on the internet. They're not allowed to talk to anybody that's not a member. And see, even the public, like if you and me, let's say I'm rich and I'm taking my courses, you can't talk to non-Scientologists if they talk bad about Scientology. They destroy families. Let me tell you how they do that. So if you escape or you leave, you have to disconnect from all family and friends in Scientology, even your spouse, if they're still a member, because you're considered a suppressive person.
Yeah.
And so they destroy families. They don't care about families, which you think they would because that's the only people they've got to staff is second generation, third generation that were indoctrinated as kids. They're not getting new members.
Yeah.
We all know what's going on. It's everywhere.
If we go inside, right?
You can. I mean, they're not going to bundle you up and
If they
throw you
see-
in a room and
if they
keep
see
you.
these on our necks, like, do they have any issue with that? Or not?
Do they what?
If they see this on our neck,
Oh, they will tell you to your face that you can be a Christian and be a member
Yeah, you can
of
be
this.
both, that's what I heard.
But no, once you get in
Once
and
you get in, they don't.
they want to control you. Oh, and they made up a fake cross, and because
they
they
have
lost they're tax exempt, and that protects them from a lot.
Because they have the fake logo.
Yeah, they have the fake cross. They say they do services on Sunday, and you know what they do in services on Sunday? They just repeat the same word over and over again in these stupid thing. It's just they did it just to get their tax exempt status back in the 90s.
Yeah, they want to get inside.
That's the only reason. But if you have money and you're public and you go up the bridge, what they call the Bridge of Total Freedom, it'll cost you about $150,000. My chat likes to tell me about things. Oh yeah, so
say what's funny is like, if you see this sign outside of a building, like,
right.
you shouldn't.
No.
You think it's weird anyway?
Yeah, because I mean, you could do that on your phone, like.
Yeah, it's a 200 questionnaire,
Yeah, I heard that.
and they try to say it was created by Oxford. It's all they lie. They lie about
Yeah, 200
everything.
questions is crazy. Like,
Well, at the end, it doesn't matter what you mark. They're gonna say, "Well, your life sucks. We can help you."
yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's silly. Do you guys mind being on camera just for a second? I just want to. Yeah, these guys. They're just laughing the whole time. They know. He said, I don't know if you could hear him because I don't have my mics, but he said seeing the personality sign out front is weird in and of itself. Like, do you really want to go into this shuttered building?
Yeah.
So we're trying to make sure we're trying to keep. There's a foundation that will help them escape and get an apartment and a GED so my big sign has that on it, and I yell it whenever the door opens and they said they are getting more calls because there was another foundation, and then one of the OG channels, he started one called sptvfoundation.org.
Yeah.
And they said they've been getting more calls, but there's a lot of what they call under the radar Scientologists because they can't leave because their family's still in.
Yeah.
Their job is usually, these are public. Sorry. Their job is usually with the Scientology, so you'll lose all your friends, all your family, and your job if you leave sometimes.
Yeah.
So they don't want to be in, but they fake it until they can maybe get their family members out, but that's hard to do.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. So it is crazy. It is.
I know, it's just here.
Yeah. And I'm not here just because I believe in religious freedom.
Yeah.
If they were just doing something weird, they think they're from another galaxy. What?
I thought it was middle, like 30-year-olds. Those are 50,
Oh,
60-year-olds.
Oh, you know why? Because they were probably indoctrinated as kids. Those are Sea Org. And the reason they're all hunched is they don't get decent nutrition. They're never outside. They don't get medical care. They hate psychiatry. And Mike Brown, if you can remember that, he has a channel which is called Mike Brown. He just got his mom out last year after like 40 years.
Wow.
And she had a heart condition that went untreated.
Yeah.
And now she's in real bad shape. But he had to go in, like, he's in the Army, and he went in, like, freaking special forces and, like, snuck her out of this house that she was too old to work for him. You'll either see elderly or really young.
Yeah.
But I'm not seeing the real young anymore because I think they don't have enough second generations to even staff. They had to bring in, this isn't supposed to have the Sea Org. It's only supposed to be staff. I've seen like 10 Sea Org because they couldn't staff.
They let it just be here.
Like the
Well-
school really just be
I don't know what they could really do about it.
Well, L. Ron Hubbard bought the building 55 years ago. And he bought all these, they had this thing where they bought all these 50,000 square foot buildings. And the new leader, Dave Miscavige, he's been there since the 80s. And he's a tyrant. He beats up his execs and stuff, and they have to take it. 'Cause a lot of them have gotten out and told the story. So they had to make the public members of the area fundraise the money to remodel it 4 years ago. Took them 4 years to finally open it because they don't have enough staff. So they buy up nice, beautiful buildings,
Yeah.
and most of them are sitting empty in other cities.
Yeah.
So I appreciate y'all stopping by and listening.
Appreciate you,
Yeah.
joining us.
Oh, no problem. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
When I heard they were opening across from the university, I'm like, oh, they're not getting their claws in our young people.
No. I
But-
mean, most people, especially with social media now,
Yes.
spread around how bad it is. People just warn others. So
Right. They don't know the details, but they know to be
They
wary,
know,
which
yeah.
has been really great. 80%, maybe 90% of y'all that come by know something, know enough.
Yeah.
And that's what they can't combat. They can't combat somebody like me standing here.
Yeah, exactly.
They do fair gaming. They do. They will follow you. They will, if you're enough of a threat, they'll pay street people to attack you. The protesters in LA has been getting attacked a lot.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And the LAPD. So 3 of them got attacked by a guy who had 71 things on his record, on his sheet. The LAPD showed up, arrested them 3, and the guy that assaulted him, they put in a cop car and drove him home.
Wow.
It all got dropped because it was all on film that he did it. He attacked them and they did nothing wrong. But they still had to spend several nights in jail.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they were young. They're young TikTokers. They're about your age.
Yeah.
And so they've never been arrested or in jail. And if they're hoping they'll quit, they went right back.
Yeah. That's
Right back.
good.
They made them mad. Yeah. Let me see what my chat's saying. Oh, they said smart kids.
Yeah, so how do you want to go? You want to go? It was nice to meet you.
Oh,
What was
you
your
too.
name?
Yes.
Miss Kim. You can find me, Miss Kim.
Okay.
It's not my channel name. I'm changing that, but excuse me, but it's like my name on the channel. And so a lot of people find me that way.
Okay, cool. All right.
So-
Thank you.
You
Any
too.
information?
No problem. That was awesome. I was afraid Friday. Hey, can I ask you guys a question? You're in school here, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys hold classes on Fridays?
Yeah. Except for my conference.
Okay, because my husband went to CTC in Colleen and they didn't have classes on Friday, so I usually don't come Friday because I wasn't sure how many people would be out. Okay, good, thanks. That's awesome. It's good to know. F Scientology. This bee, you can't see it, is literally hanging out right under my phone. It doesn't freak me out though. I've never been stung except when I put my hand on one because I just let them be. All right, I'm going back in the chat, guys. Ooh, it's windy. I'm glad I don't have my big sign. Okay, not too much. Okay. You guys were talking to yourselves. So I watched a few minutes of Lindsay's live, and Nora took her live into Lindsay's. Oh, that was cool. Body rousers in cities. Yeah, that's another reason I'm going on campus today. I want to find out if, because we've seen that they're starting to do that in other cities where there's protesters. So I would think if they're gonna do body routers and travel, they're gonna go on campus. I don't know what the rules are about handing stuff out or live streaming on campus, but another student told me that it was pretty much all okay. Call it a dumb movie, a very nice way to describe it. Yeah, I like the book. I'm a sci-fi, and I'll be honest, I didn't hate the movie, but I'm easily entertained. I watch a lot of B stuff because I've watched so much stuff. Because some of you don't know, but I've been sick since 2010, and pretty much homebound, and then I've been bedridden for 5 years. So I've watched pretty much every sci-fi thing that's streaming out there. So I have to watch B stuff all the time. As long as the dialogue is decent, the plot is good. I don't care what the set looks like or any of that kind of stuff. Pearl's coming back for graduation if you can stay for that. You know, I might go out and eat and come back. I have to leave by 7 because my husband's weekend is Wednesday and Thursday. So he works weekends and he needs the car to leave at 9. And it's usually an hour and a half unless there's like an accident or something. Okay, Cajun. Mitch implicated himself as a participant in being audited by 14-year-old. I know. Like it was okay. Oh, we're friends now. We're good. We're buds. Yeah. Hey Hitzel, what's up? Hitzel was gonna come, but it didn't work out. So we can do this again next week. I'd be all for it. Cause I'm in a good mood. I got up early. I had to kill time because usually it's hard for me to get out of the house. And all the way here, I was in a good mood. I had a 30-ounce cup of cold brew. Now I had a lot of ice in it, but still. So I'm like, woo! I'll be good today. Yep, Tasha K, XO. I don't know why I said it like that. Yes, Miss Janie. Thank goodness for social media. Spread the word. That's it's going to be there. I've said this since SPTV popped up in a chat. I was there. And when people started hanging on to that, I knew social media was going to be their downfall. Hey, Marquita. Oh, from British Columbia, Canada. That is awesome. So, yeah. They should not be taking 12-year-olds out of school and making them work 80 hours a week or 100 or 110. I don't know. How many hours are in a week? I don't even know. I know they don't get much sleep. So I will always stop what I'm doing to talk to anybody that wants to talk about this. Hi, yeah. As soon as I show up, my chat will test the time, how fast they can do it.
Really?
But they already had the blinds down because the other woman that comes, she was out riding her bike. They said she went by twice and made them close up. Okay. If I lived in Austin, I would do that. Okay. So, but yeah, spread the word. Don't go in there. Okay, there's 168. And then, okay, so they said, I've heard the 110 hours at least. So, thanks, Winston. So yeah, we were talking about Mitch, and I can't wait to see Aaron's video. He'll probably do it, and I always need something to watch. He'll probably do it while I'm here. So I always want something to watch or listen to on the way home. I always listen to Natalie's show on the way here because it helps me get caught up on what's going on in SPTV world. And then sometimes it gives me something to talk about because I don't want to just sit here and just talk about myself all the time. Although I can. Everybody that knows me knows I can talk. And you can tell Holy crap, I have had too much coffee. Whew. Okay. So, some of you just came in. Nora, okay, so Dodge, forget his last name. He's just a journalist. He had Mitch Brisker on. Mitch Brisker said a lot of crappy things, a lot of lies, a lot of misrepresentations. And Nora, oh no, Nora broke it down. And I watched her, I believe that was yesterday, wasn't it? And I almost had an anxiety attack when he said there's no children in the Sea Org and there hasn't been children in the Sea Org for 20 years. And that's kind of what we were going to talk about. Kiwi Joe. Oh, thank you. Love watching you save people from the clutches of the cult in real time. Thanks, Miss Janie. Yeah, that's really, if you look at my description of my channel, that's what motivated me the most when it was announced they were opening and where across here. So some of you may not realize. So all of this on that side of the street is UT campus, University of Texas. Biggest university, I believe, in the state. And right there, that is the main entrance. So it's a T into the main entrance. And between classes, hundreds of students cross this intersection. I always try to, I think I might start setting up over there, because if they're going or coming, they got to go that way. They park back there. Because if you come from the other way, it's like 2 blocks until you can cross over. That's where I come from. Dodge Landsman, that's right. Okay, Miss Janie, thank you. I appreciate your time. So, yeah, I'm not the only one that lost it over this, and I'm going to just reiterate, because new people have come on, that oh, I just lost my train of thought, guys. I'm sorry. I was reiterating. I lost it, but reiterating his interview with Dodge, and don't take it out on Dodge. He said he lost 50 subscribers and people complain. You know, a journalist can't help what a subject is going to say, and he lost his job for covering Scientology, so he's taken a big hit for the cause. So, you know, we can't always agree on somebody's channel and what they do and say, and we're never going to. And that's the beauty of all the different channels. And I'm going to switch hands, guys. It might shake. I think it's helping with the shakes. I got to start walking soon. So yeah, leave Dodge alone. I watched his little interview about him losing, and you know, you do, as a creator, watch your subscriber count. And if it were to go down, it's kind of hurtful. And he doesn't deserve that. He doesn't. You know, he tried to steer it the right way. He asked the question, and he even said, you know, but they've been seen, I think, journalists have to be non-biased to report the facts. Exactly, Cajun, you know. And he's not non-biased. I mean, he wants to go after Scientology as much as we do. What I think is funny is Mitch's channel is called Scientology, The Big Lie. And I swear that he does that way too much. Because that was an outright lie. Unless, like Natalie said, unless he thinks 12, 13, 14, 15 is not children. And I'm like, and I didn't think he had kids and stuff. He doesn't act like somebody who has kids, but he said he does. I'm like, is your kids in Sea Org? Did they go in the Sea Org when you were still in? That's a burning question I would like to know. All right, we're going to have to walk and talk, guys, because I've been here for 44 minutes and we haven't gone on campus yet. So here's my sign. I made it small so I could hold it in the same hand as my gimbal because I have a cane. So Scientology, how do you feel about it next to campus? Ask me anything. And then all I changed was talk to me on the bottom. So the ask me anything, I'm worried they might. So I'm just going to say talk to me. I knew I needed a sign, and I couldn't carry my normal one with walking. And I really wanted one I could put around my neck, but I couldn't find anything at home to work that. So we're going to go on campus now. We're going to go in the main entrance. We can still walk and talk about Mitch, but I will have to stop once in a while to look at the chat. Cajun, he seems to be in denial and defensive for his own narrative. Yeah, that's the problem that everyone has with him is I think he's a condescending jerk. And he's always having beef with somebody. Every time I turn around, they're saying that he's got beef with Aaron. And Aaron isn't the kind of person that likes to have beef with people. And I think all it is he just doesn't like what people say to him, or if they won't carry his narrative, you know, or they, you know. I've never liked watching him. I think I watched one early on, and then it's not somebody I want to watch. Oh, you go right ahead in front of that green light and get your ass run over. You might see a accident here in a second. I guess you can wait up there for it to turn, but I'm not. I don't trust drivers. I was going through a green light by the second car that went through the red light. You never expect, they were racing. I'll tell that another time. But yeah, I mean, to say that, and he has to know. He has to know that he's full of crap. This is gonna, thank you. Time for being a three-way. Where are you going, Doc? Okay. Go somewhere. Now, I've never been on campus. Ooh, they're timing me. Ooh, I'm not fast. Go, gadget. Oh. Okay, there we go. I was standing too long. My legs don't want to work. But yeah, everybody's up in arms. And so I got a lot of new people. Did y'all see what he said about Aaron? It was disgusting. It was disgusting. I don't care what he does in his personal life, and I hope it's maybe true. But okay, hi Sandy. Just to let you guys know, my fibromyalgia, when I get stressed, it affects my whole body, and sometimes my throat muscles and my mouth muscles wig out. So if I, in the middle of a sentence, just stop talking for a second and take a breath, or if I sound funny, that's why. And I'm stressed. So I usually just have to pause for a second and kind of try to calm things. Now I'm on my new gimbal too. Let me know. I don't know why it's sideways like that. There we go. It's a little better. Let me know if it's not panning right. And see, it just went back. What the heck? Let's try that. All right. I'm holding my gimbal weird because I'm holding my sign too. I'm going to have to figure out. I need them to be able to see this sign. So I'm holding it in the same hand as my gimbal. I'm going to switch hands. That arm is tired. Oh! I touched something. What'd I touch? Alright, let's recenter. I just watched the video to okay, I don't like it that way. That's supposed to be center. Alright. Hey, Pup Groomer. What's up? We're talking about Mitch Brisker and his inane comments. So then, I don't know why he had to retaliate against Aaron. Did Aaron say something about the interview? Does anybody know? Because the only thing I've watched from Aaron is the It's Over video. So we were watching TV a lot yesterday, so I may have missed a few. Usually I don't try to miss Aaron's. Okay. They can't see my sign this way. Let me try folding it a little bit. There we go. Woo! So, I don't know. Does anybody know why he may have retaliated against Aaron like he did? If you go to Aaron's channel on his community page, you'll see what Mitch said. Twice. He came back and said something second, and it was mean and rude, and it's none of my business. If he alluded to the fact that him and Jenna are dating, but he said it in a most derogatory way humanly possible. And that irritated me too. I just saw that right before I left. And I commented, I was like, you know, our creator's personal life is none of our business. You know, the only reason Aaron brought it up before is because of what they were doing in the Aftermath Foundation. You know, he combats all the Scientology activity when they show their Scientology and want to keep it all hush hush. He just tells it like it is and puts it all out there, and I respect him for that. But I don't need to know it. It was just something he had to do. Other than that, I don't need to know. I don't like the way, sorry about that, I'm still trying to fix this sign so people can see it. Let's see, we need this straight up and down. I'm doing it at an angle because I'm being lazy. I was trying to keep it a little bit away from my mouth, so I was at an angle. So we're gonna do it straight like this. Hold on, I'm gonna close up the selfie part and it's stiff. Let's come down a little bit here. How's that look? I think that's good. I've never been on campus. I have no idea where to go. We're just gonna wander and hope somebody talks to us. We'll go around this big, I know this is the main entrance, so Mitch has sunk to a new low level. It is no one's business what goes on behind Aaron's bedroom doors. Mitch needs to grow up. Yeah, and just, yeah, he needs to grow up. He sounded like some high school kid trying to get back, bullying somebody online. And all he did is make himself look bad. They just don't know how to take the Scientology out. I don't know why my chat just comes up and disappears before I can finish reading. Pup rumor. To be quite frank, I couldn't care less where anybody else but my old man is putting their hoo-hoo dilly. Exactly. That's exactly. But he got what he wanted. We're all talking about it, but it ain't gonna sell no books. OSA playbook, divide and conquer. Exactly, Bob, and we can see it for what it was. Because we're normal, you know. Unless you like, I've never liked drama. That's one of the reasons I'm in this community, because they really try to stay with, the only drama is when Scientology does something or the LAPD does something. And yeah, we're going to talk about that. But personal lives, who's dating who, that's freaking, you know, high school gossip. Most of us are adults here, or close to it. So, but yeah, I'm with Nora. I like the way Nora looks at things. She's straight up, you know, when she was talking about Mike Rinder, she's like, should he be in charge of a foundation that helps Scientologists escape? No. Should he be out there talking out about Scientology and maybe being an expert witness? Yes. Because how many Scientologists do you think is going to want to deal with Mike Rinder escaping Scientology? What kind of trust are they going to have there? And how many times is he going to change the Wikipedia page to he founded the Aftermath Foundation? Because they say they keep changing it. He was asked to be on the board after it was created by Aaron and Luis Garcia. Yeah, Sandy. Yeah, I'm going to start watching her a lot more. Like I said, it's, you know, we all know there's a lot of channels. It's hard to watch them all. But I'm really glad, but yeah, every time, and if they would just shut up and go away, we don't care. It's only when they gotta attack. Like, they can't take Scientology out of Scientology. Ex-Scientologists. And to be honest, I'm a Christian. My neighbors are a gay couple. They are also my kids' uncles and mine and hubby's bonus husbands. That's what they call themselves. We die laughing. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, see, you know what I say, because I don't try to do politics or social issues or anything like that on here. But I'm what I call socially liberal, personally conservative. I'm a devout Christian. Personally, I have my views and the way I live my life. This is beautiful, by the way. But I can get along with anybody, be friends with anybody. I love everybody. My daughter had a wife for a while. She actually isn't gay, but when she met, I don't want to say the name. They're divorced now. That's a long story. But they met at a country bar, and she thought she was a dude. And to be honest, until things went bad, she was more of a man than any of her exes. She was, taking the kids to baseball and doing all the things a dad should do that they never got. Declared Dave. Mitch talking about Aaron's personal life is very Scientology, i.e. David Miscavige is obsessed with people's sex lives and would talk openly what members confess in auditing. I know. They have a... I don't get this thing. Us. That's awesome, Sandy. That'll be awesome. I'm gonna have to stop and get something to drink here in a second. Oh, this is pretty. I don't know if I'm gonna get anybody to stop and talk to me. It's hard to see my sign. I should have made one of those signs that you could wear, but I couldn't. I was afraid because I have a cane. Hi. I'm shaking a little bit because I'm working my water bottle. Kylo Ren, another one-person protest plus 4 video. You clowns are right. Yeah, that is awesome that somebody wants to retire and protest. I think people are realizing, looking at somebody like me, that it's easy. I was scared to death and worried about learning everything I need to learn. I started with my phone, and it was really a selfie stick gimbal. It only kept it straight, like left to right, but I was using my flip phone and it was off center, and I just had it was a selfie stick. I was using a selfie stick. Cult leaders that push a purity culture mentality on their members are often the ones who... Oh, yeah. How many cults have we seen where the leader did whatever he wanted, made everybody else follow the rules, and he was doing whatever he wanted to do? All of them. Pretty much all of them. Ooh, there's something going on over here. Alright, I'm gonna keep it in my left hand and hold the sign and see if they can read it. I hope they can. Hey, Tammy. But yeah, what I'm seeing is the elites that have got out. Maybe because they were in for so freaking long, they just cannot get the Scientology out of their personality. And they just let it all hang out too. All this attacking from people on the aftermath. Somebody like Mitch attacking Aaron. They're jealous. They're jealous. You notice they're always attacking Aaron. They're jealous. He has a bigger platform. He has more respect. Mitch was always around Miscavige, so it's pretty clear he probably learned to act and behave in similar fashions. Plus, he's hard up for money and comments like what he made get views. Yeah, but it's not going to sell his book. Ain't nobody going to spend money on his stupid book. I don't care what he has to say. And it's hard to hold my gimbal straight so they can see the sign. There we go. I should figure out a sling for my arm because both my shoulders also need surgery. I'm just falling apart. I'm totally falling apart. But I'm really not complaining though. They put that stimulator in my back and that's the only reason I'm here. And I'm so happy it worked. And I always say things happen for a reason. Hey Susan. If I hadn't been bedridden, if I'd have been working, I would have never found any of the SPTV channels. Aaron popped up on my feed one day and I liked what he had to say. So I knew I couldn't watch every video he ever made. So I went back 1 year. This was probably towards the end of 2022. And I got all caught up. And then it was January 2023 when he said, sorry about my breathing. It's been 14 years since I've been active. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, I would have never, I wasn't a YouTube watcher. Now that's all I watch. And I would have never found that. I would have never done the binge watch. I would have never started watching all the other channels he was promoting. I would have never seen SPTV get created and watch it blow up. And so I'm not complaining at all. Things happen for a reason. Then they put the stimulator in November. I'm healed by January and I find out they're opening here. Proud supporter, Texas X's. Is this like an alumni thing? I'm not gonna go up there. I don't want to crash their party. So I'm gonna ask these nice young people. Oh, and older people. Are you a student? Which is a good way to walk? I've never been on campus.
To go further on campus, you can go this way.
That way. Thank you. That was awesome. It's a nice thing about Texas too. Most everybody I run into are... Oh, and like I said, let me know how my gimbal's working. I'd like to know, I can't tell, how's the bouncing? Because when I use my selfie stick and walk, you know, it's really bouncy. Pink. Oh, awesome. Thanks. Thanks, Dave.
The bird.
That's awesome. I love new people. I try to stay on the Scientology subject, but you know, we always get into personal stuff sometimes. And the only reason I bring it up, my gimbal has gremlins in it. Oh, this is the first time I've used the DJI one that everybody told me to get. But I had this cheap one. It was a gimbal. It was $26 on Amazon and a selfie stick. It was supposed to level it left to right. It never worked. It would work at home. As soon as I would come to Austin, it would try to flip upside down. So it was a glorified selfie stick. I liked it. It had a tripod and a remote and all that, but I don't make films or take pictures that much. Even when we have birthday parties, I give my husband the camera because I'm usually doing posting and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, most of us don't like drama. That's why we're here. I mean, yeah, there's controversy in the subject that we're watching. And that can be upsetting. But there is no room for anyone, including ex-members, to be talking and doing the things they're doing. Okay, Sandy. Thanks for being here. We'll see you later. Oh, my stupid sign. I'm gonna have to switch hands because this is full.
How do you feel about it next to? I don't.
No, I'm protesting.
No, I know. I was kidding. No,
Okay.
I don't feel good about it.
Do you mind being on camera?
No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna talk for very long.
It's okay. But
No,
yeah, tell me how you feel.
I mean, I think it's kind of ridiculous.
It is.
It's not like it's just like coexisting. It's like they're just pushing it on you.
Yes.
Because no one stands outside the churches.
You know why? Because we show up and they close up immediately because they don't know how to deal with social media. But L. Ron Hubbard bought that building 55 years ago on purpose.
That's cool. I did not know that. Well, that's not cool in that sense.
Well, it's been sitting empty.
That's crazy.
And it was not. He forced it to open now because the members in this area had donated so much money to remodel it that it was just sitting there. And so they had to bring in what they call Sea Org from other places to staff it because they couldn't get enough staff.
I know. I spoke to one of them the other day.
Yeah.
She was from like Detroit or some shit.
Yep.
But yeah, I was like, how much, if you don't mind me asking, how much have you put towards the Scientology? And she's like, oh, it's my like husband's money because she's like doesn't really work.
If she's
She
in
said
some
millions.
sort of
She
uniform.
said millions.
Yep.
Her
Oh, so
husband's money.
was she out body routing or was she just a public
She was-
member?
So you know like their parking lot?
Yes.
I
No,
just-
I don't know where their parking lot is. I haven't found
Do
it.
you want to know? Or?
Yeah, where is it? I know they
Okay.
come from behind the building.
I'm sure me giving you the address would be better.
Oh, go ahead and say it all.
Well, okay. Yeah, I go skate there. That's why.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I always see them come around the corner, but I don't know where they
Yeah,
are.
have a whole parking lot. I'll tell you right now.
That's awesome. But yeah, I'm just a grandma that never thought I'd have a live stream ever. I just came down to protest because I was angry they were opening near the campus.
Yeah. No,
And-
definitely not angry. I'm more like.
Well, I know a lot more about it. I know about the child abuse and stuff.
Well, no, I know about it too. Like
Yeah.
I like binge watch the videos. Here,
Oh,
let
me too. That's what I did
Yeah, no.
for
I
like
know
a year
about
and a
it,
half.
But it doesn't do me any good. Like
Right.
to like hate. Filling my brain.
Well,
with
I don't
hate
hate.
is
I
not
don't
good.
hate. I don't hate. I don't because the people that are in there are stuck. The people that are staffing and see, I never am confrontational or mean to them. There's other people that have that style. I'm there, and if the door opens, I'll say sptvfoundation.org. They're ex-members. They would love to help you get out. That's the kind of, I'm there. I
that's
mostly
Oh,
educate.
is this part of SKTV?
Yes.
Like, what's his Aaron?
Yeah, that's who I found a year and a half ago.
Oh, I thought
And
you
he
were with him.
encouraged, well, we're in like the network of protesters all over the world now. We have like 100 channels of protesters,
Okay.
and he encouraged us to do it.
Yeah.
And so I watched when SPTV started, like about a year and a half ago or so, and it blew up. And new protesters all the time were everywhere. I drive 75 miles to get here, but so I can only come 3 times a week. But well, it upset me. It hurt me that the child abuse that goes on, and I didn't want them getting the claws on anybody that's here. You know, somebody like you. I've found that 80 to 90% of you already know that it's wrong.
Pretty educated. Yeah.
But they're going to try to find that one who's away from home and lonely and wants to be a part of something. But they're dwindling because the people you see in there now are mostly second gen and third gen that were put in as children. And I feel bad for them. I feel sad for them.
One thing that I do not fuck with is so we have this app. It's called Cove. It's for the campus. It's
Mhm.
basically like free food events, say parties,
Okay.
org events. They are on there. Scientology.
They're not on campus.
But they're not on. So this is like.
They're across the street.
I know this is like events for like around the in West
Oh.
Campus area.
Oh.
And so like somehow their flyers get posted on there to go like sign up for events, like $50 whatever. I do have to go. I'm
Okay.
gonna show you this address.
Okay.
603 West 22nd Street.
Okay. I know
It's
where
just
that
like
is.
2
Because I
blocks
park
from
right
it.
around there.
Yeah, it's just a walk away from the sign.
Yeah. I just didn't know the exact spot, and I haven't followed anybody, you know. But I park back there on San Antonio, so.
Okay. Last question. Are you friends with Pro Snappy?
Yes. Well, she's the one, she was here first.
I want to meet her. No, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to meet her.
Yeah.
How many viewers do you have right now?
71.
That's pretty good.
That is
Yeah.
good. That's good for me because I'm a very small channel. I only have like 1,000 subscribers now,
Yeah.
which I never thought I'd even go live. I came out, I told Pro Snappy I'd hold her camera. I didn't even know I was going to do this.
Yeah, she's funny.
Yeah. She's a hoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should watch her. Did you watch her videos when the LA protesters came out last weekend?
No,
And
I
they were
stopped-
doing their-
I stopped watching it.
we
was,
call
like,
it
filling
chalk
my
test.
brain, like, it was like too much brain.
Yeah, I do have to take days
It was
off.
like frying my brain.
Yeah, I have to take days off.
I wasn't trying to watch it anymore.
But my back was out for that year and a half, so I had time to binge watch, and that's what and when I found out that, I mean, the protest channels really all started around like October, November of last year.
Yeah.
So very new, and they don't know how to deal with social media. They don't know how to do it because they've lived in secrecy for so long, and it's all out there, all these ex-members and stuff. So yeah, you know what's going on, and that's what I did. I did a deep dive,
Yeah, I know.
and that's what brought me out here, was hearing their stories.
For sure. So what is your name?
Miss Kim.
Miss Kim? Mikey. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Toodaloo, guys.
All right. That was cool. All right. Did I miss anybody? Let's see. Ooh, lots. Thanks, Xenofree. Okay. Patrick. Okay. No bounce. Just left, right is a little quick. Okay. I'll figure that out and I'll try to go slower. Because, let's see, so, am I just doing it too quick? Because there's a mode I found out about that you can hit. I hope I didn't hit it. I don't think I did. It'll pan faster, and I don't need that. That's more for special video techniques. Hi, Lori. Human trafficking. Yeah, I didn't have to. He knows about SPTV. I didn't have to tell him anything. Yeah, he's a potential squirrel. I don't know if he's got the time as a student to be out here, but, you know, if he'll tell people. 170-ish now. Ooh. Oh, Wolf Machine. I like your name. My maiden name was Wolf, so I was called Wolfie growing up. Yeah, I know. I never thought I'd be this big. Thanks, Lori. Yeah, Pearl Snappy's the OG here. She'll be out tonight. I heard. I think I may come back. Very steady. Knowledge is power. Yep. So that was cool. Yeah, I thought if we came on, I came on campus mainly because I wanted to find out if they've seen body routers on campus. Well, I just got some information. Pearl probably already knew it, but because she lives here and knows all the ins and outs. Everything I've done, I've learned from her. I got a tripod, so I didn't have to hold everything. Got a wagon. I saw her with a wagon. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's such a good idea. My backpack was so heavy one time, and I got home, and I went to clean it out. I'm like, what can I get? There was 2 almost full bottles of water in there and 1 on the side. So I had 3 bottles of water in my backpack. I just kept adding and not taking out. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps going left to right like that. I didn't turn anything. That's okay, Carrie. I do the same thing at home. There's not really anything to watch, so listening is fine. And then, you know, I do the listening. See, I need this. I want it to be straighter, so my sign's straighter. But it's like 6 inches from my face when I hold it straight. I have short arms. All right. I'm going to turn this and center. Let's do that. All right. There we go. That might work. But yeah, it's cool when I find somebody that knows everything about SPTV and Aaron. Because, you know, he's going to be like, hey, man, you need to see this to somebody. It is beautiful. Things you don't want to know is this area, especially in Austin, it's called the Hill Country. And it actually starts a little bit where I live. I'm like on the edge. But I mean, we're not very hilly. And Austin, you know, Austin is very about the environment. They're all about their green spaces. When they build, they try to save as many trees as possible. There's a mall called the Domain. It's kind of an outdoor mall, but they built around this really old oak. I think that's an oak. Don't quote me on that. We have weird oaks. They're gnarly. They're very weird. I'm pretty sure these are... No, I'm wrong. They're not. I don't know what those are. I'm not good with trees. We have these awful trees called China berries, and they grow really fast. And I bought the lot with the most trees. Well, now they're breaking in half because they get so dry and they're so tall. Thank God they haven't fallen on the neighbor's house yet. Is the angle okay? Let me know if it's too high or too low, because it's kind of, like I said, this first time I've used this gimbal. Oh, there is a bug on my phone. Hold on, it might shake. I'm gonna... a beetle of some sort. Goodbye. A bee, a beetle. That's the thing about Texas is bugs. Thanks, Patrick. All right. So it's a little bit low for me. That's just because my arm's tired. It's like right around my mouth. But that's so I can try to hold this sign with... Because I knew if I just walked around, nobody knew why I was here. And my other sign is on the stick, and I can't hold the gimbal in my cane. I can walk without my cane, but it's for balance. I don't want to fall down on a live stream, so I don't use it at home and stuff. Too much sky will darken faces. Oh, thanks for the info. I will come down just a little bit. There, let's do that, and I'll hold it a little higher. That's better. We don't need to look at the sky. We want to look. So I was talking about Austin. So I live about, well, from, like, this is downtown, near downtown Austin. So it's about 75 miles. But other places in Austin isn't quite as far. And I used to love coming down here when my daughter was in high school. If my husband was overseas or something, we would come down here on weekends all the time to shop and do stuff. We didn't have a lot in my town, but it kind of boomed 15 years ago. So now we've got everything. But I love coming down here. So yeah, Austin, most of it's really pretty like this. They try to keep their trees. This is an older part of town. The campus has been here a very long time. And I would literally come down to their Whole Foods here. Takes a whole city block. It took us 2 trips of 2 hours each to see the whole thing. And the first time we came down, they had 7 or 8 restaurants inside. Seafood, barbecue, Mexican. And then on top of that, they've got a hot buffet. And then, of course, all their other stuff. And so we ate it was like a little tiny kiosk in seafood with a chef. We had this meal that was amazing in Whole Foods. So when I first went gluten-free in around 2014, it was really hard to get stuff. So I would come down here once a month and get the pastas and everything. Well, now it's everywhere. Walmart, the grocery stores, they have enough stuff now. The first Whole Foods in Austin, what a great store it was. Hey, Ann. Hi, Winston. I'm not there yet, Winston, for memberships. I don't have the watch hours. I have enough subscribers, but last time I checked, I haven't checked in a while. I was at like 12 or 1,400 watch hours, and I think for memberships and super chats, you need 3,000. And then for ad revenue, I think it's 4,000 watch hours. And I'll be honest, at first I was like, I don't care if I get monetized. I don't care if I go live. I would have done whatever I was able to do. But my husband's been really, really supportive of this. I don't have an income because he makes a little bit too much for me to get disability. So everything I do is out of his pocket. But we don't look at it that way because we've been together since high school, so, you know, that part doesn't matter. But the only thing he said was yesterday, I said, because I saw DOA's phone getting stolen, and I've been using my Z Flip 5 to film with. It works great. It actually fits in the holder and everything. Today I'm on one of our old phones, the Note 9. Yeah, let me know how it looks. I don't know why. My husband never noticed that his screen was dark till he got his new phone. I can see it okay. I don't know if you're seeing the same darkness that I am. Yeah, Winston. Well, I had went into so I wanted a throwaway phone. So I bought one off Marketplace for 40 bucks. And I'm going to go this way. Sorry. Let me know if that's too fast because I get motion sickness easy too. Alright, so it went right too much. The way I'm holding it, I have to use my right hand to move it because I'm holding it way down on the gimbal, away from the buttons. It's too far to the left. There we go. It's still going left. It keeps going back left. Anyway, all he said was, I was like, I was telling you why. It was, I don't even remember what it was. I looked at it, the specs, and it had a great camera for taking pictures. When I bought it and then I did video, it wasn't blurry, it was like glitchy. I'm like, I'll give it away. I'm only out 40 bucks. So I went back to my fold. Well, today, because I was going to be walking around and my flip doesn't fit in the gimbal as the same, I'm hot spotted to my real phone and I'm using one of the old Note 9s that we had. I can't use mine because my battery life was kaput. Perfect. Let me check that. Ooh, I'm at 29%. Lower quality than other lives. Pixelated picture most of the time, but nearby is clear. Maybe used for backup phone or GPS. Oh, I wish I would have known that early on. Sorry about that. I would have. And now that may be also because I'm hot spotted to my phone. So, okay. I'm going to pull the pin. So I told him, I said, after I saw DOA's phone, I don't know, did he get it back? I mean, he tried. I watched it, I think, on Natalie. So I don't know if he got it back. And they've tried to do that a couple times, and he's already lost phones to the LAPD. So I wanted a phone that if something happened, it wouldn't be my personal phone. So I went to AT&T around the same time I bought that phone to see how much it would be. And actually, we get a discount adding a third line. It's only like $30 a month and a little bit for the phone. And we're doing the family insurance, so I wouldn't have to add that. And I said, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. He goes, are you going to get a job? And that was his nice way of saying, maybe not. So anyway, we were talking about monetization. If I could just get my expenses covered, my gas, because I drive a big truck, the gas, the parking, and if I can get a third line. That's it. I'm not doing this to make money. I don't care. We're doing fine. He retired from the Army. He's 80% disabled, and he's been working security pretty much since he got out. But I'd like to see him. He's 55 now, and his back's really bad. His kidneys are bad. What people don't realize, there must be something going on today. When you're in the desert and you're drinking waters that usually has added minerals, and then you get dehydrated. Even drinking a lot of water, you can get dehydrated. Well, things dry up. Then you get hydrated. Then you get dehydrated. It causes kidney stones. He had jawbreaker size kidney stones in both kidneys and didn't know it for years. His kidneys were always full. What we thought were love handles, when they drained them, was gone. So he has permanent damage because they were stretched.
Oh,
But it took 7
oh, these are for life.
procedures to get him out. And that's just something that happens to the soldiers sometimes. I don't want to look like I'm crashing their party, but I wanted to walk through. I want to walk around the outer edge. I gotta switch hands. That shoulder is bugging me. All right, so we turn. Hold the sign. Is this still pixelated? I feel so bad about that. Yeah, those kidney stones weren't funny. Anyway, I want him to fully retire. But he does also like his toys. I want to move into our camper full time and rent out our house. I can't keep up with the house anymore. He can't keep up with the yard. We have a big yard. We bought an extra lot. We have 2 lots. If you got PayPal, Cash App. Yeah, I do add my, I didn't do it beforehand, but when I get done, I usually add my email and my Cash App to the description. Ooh, somebody got engaged. All right. Proud supporter of campus. Something. I'm thinking, I don't know what's going on. There's another person engaged. Maybe this has got something. I don't know what this is. We should ask. There's flowers. If I catch somebody on the outskirts, I might ask. Look, there's, let me pan. Go slowly. Slowly. Proud supporter of transitions. I don't know. It might be a name of a group or a cause or something. I don't know. I'm gonna stop right here. Nope, I'm gonna stop down there. Get some water. I need to do what Pearl Snappy has. She has a Camelback or something, and we have one with a straw. 'Cause I carry a water bottle, but I'm usually still. But I like this walking around thing though. I'm gonna go back to the org and make them close up. Because even if they don't come up and talk to me, my sign says, "How do you feel about it next to campus?" So if they didn't know, they knew now. He did get his phone back. Okay, thanks. Is that Twyla? Or Twilla? Did your husband quit coffee? He's never been a coffee drinker, but he had to quit like the dark soda and the dark tea. When he does drink tea, it makes his kidneys hurt. He's overdue for getting his kidneys checked. He hates going to the doctor. And he sleeps mostly during the day, so he has to get up special for appointments. But it must be some sort of club. I'm gonna go. Is that the Capitol building down there? Whoa! There's a step there. Did he end up due to having kidney stones 5 times? Yeah. His had accumulated together and were actually blocking the kidney. They weren't in the bladder, and they had to go in and drain his kidneys, and then we ended up having to go to a base in San Antonio for where they ultrasonically break them up, and then they had to go in with this little claw up in and pull out stones like 50 times to get all the pieces. Well kept campus. They have good gardeners. Yeah, like I said, Austin is really into their green spaces. And UT's been here a long time. It's a big deal. I wanted to be a fan because I've been here for 30 years, and I'm a big Buckeyes fan. Matter of fact, I have a Buckeye hat on. Hold on. So this is looks like the Buckeye helmet, and their stickers. They put this is a Buckeye leaf, and yes, I know it looks like marijuana, but we get that all the time. Even though I'm here, the only thing I couldn't get past the burnt orange color. I'm like, I don't want to wear that. My high school was red and blue. The Buckeyes are gray and red. Kind of wanted a normal color. And who is calling me on my phone? I did not put on Do Not Disturb. Hold on. He knows I'm live. Holy crap. Hold on. I gotta unlock my phone. Let's not look at the wall here. Let's look at people. Oh, look at the puppy. I like the puppies. Hello? Oh, you're on speaker for some reason and I'm live. What's up?
I'm looking for your live. I didn't see it.
Okay, bye. Oh, he thought I wasn't live. You hang up. I can't do it. Elk Electric. I like that bus. My husband wants to build out a bus. Hi. Lori says hi. Oh, if he finds it, he'll be in the chat if he's awake. He shouldn't be awake. He's asleep. This is like 2 o'clock in the morning for him. He usually sleeps. He comes home at 7, winds down about 9. And because you work nights and your schedule's off, he needs more than 8 hours. So he literally will sleep sometimes 9 to 8 when his alarm goes off. There he is. Lower quality during the call and cycling. Okay. I was answering on my other phone. So it's probably just low quality, period. I feel bad because it's so pretty here. I could switch over to my other phone if y'all want it. Would you guys want better quality? Because I know it would bug me. Lori, you work nights? Oh, poor you. He's worked nights since he got out of the army. He likes it because he doesn't want to deal with people. He's old and crotchety now. Aren't ya? I gotta take a drink. Do you guys want me to switch phones? Because, you know, I want you guys to be able to find me. I don't know how many people... Because I'm in the middle of campus. I'm going to probably be here for a while. And to be honest, I would have to get out my charger. I'm at 19%. I'm going to take a chance of losing some people. I'm going to go live on my other phone. It'll probably take me about 5 minutes to switch over. And I hate to do it, but I hope y'all follow me over there. Just give me 5 minutes and I'll be back online. Thanks, guys.